Alright, boys and girls, Yoda Slay here, bringing you a Call of Duty Black Ops KINO Der Toten gameplay. This is that 1 through 20 tutorial a lot of people have asked me for. It's kind of a mixed choice. A lot of people wanted to see 5, a lot of people wanted to see KINO. A lot of people come off with the impression that KINO is pretty easy, so I made this kind of short and, you know, it's just straight to the point. It doesn't show much footage, it just shows you what I like to do. Like usual, like on all the other maps, I'll buy Quick Revive as soon as I get it. That's straight personal preference, man. If you guys want to wait on buying that, a lot of people have told me they wait to buy Quick Revive. If they go down, you know, before round 10 or something, they just start over. Which, I mean, it's the same case for me. If I go down like early and I don't feel it's, you know, and I'm not happy with it, I'll restart it. But, you know, buying Quick Revive is not that big of a deal. I just get it while, you know, from the beginning and just get it done. This is the first move that a lot of people don't do that I've seen. I go up here to the PM63 as soon as I get enough points to get up there. You need 1,750, just like most of the other maps. I generally try not to buy a gun in the first room at all when I play solo. And in my opinion, the second gun on most maps is by far superior to the M14 or the Olympia, which is found in every first room on Black Ops. But the PM63 by no means is a decent gun for zombies, but it beats the M14 and the Olympia any day, in my opinion. But once I do that, I pretty much go around getting headshots again. I show you round 4 like I usually do, just give you an idea of what I do in the earlier rounds down here in this first room. A lot of people have told me that 1 through 5 is the hardest rounds for them, and they usually get screwed before they can even get to Jug and stuff like that. So I usually slow down about round 4 just to give them an idea of what I do. I tend to migrate up here to the top of the staircase a lot. Most of the spawning will be down there in that bottom room. Occasionally you'll get one that spawns back here in that where, you know, beyond that trap back there. But for the most part, they all spawn downstairs. So you just want to watch both staircases and your back as much as possible. And like I've said before, you're definitely looking for the most points earlier on. So get those headshots. If you get an insta-kill, knife, and stuff like that. Here you can see I get an insta-kill. And I do knife every single zombie left. You know, you're just wanting to get the most points possible. If you don't feel comfortable knifing, and you don't want to, if there's a group of them, you don't feel comfortable trying to knife each individual zombie, just go ahead and shoot them, man. You know, it's all personal preference, like I said. This is by no means the set in stone strategy, biblical, way of doing this. This is just the way I do it. People have asked me, and this is just me giving you guys somewhat of like an idea to try to get to get better at zombies on this map. But I don't know why I headed up here so early. Usually I will not go to the MP40 until I get 3,500 points, and that allows, after I open that PM63, that allows me to get the MP40 and open 2 doors to the stage. Here I was just a little short, so I show you guys just a couple of the windows that they come through in this room in case you guys head here and while when you're short on a few points. A lot of people told me they wait on going to the stage. I go to the stage right away, get the power on, and then I start racking up points to get Jug. If there's a better way and more efficient way, I'm not really sure what it is. I just feel more comfortable with myself out here in the wide open area, instead of in those staircases and those halls. But I speed it up again just because I'm just getting headshots, stuff like that. I got an idea though for my 1 through 20. 5 would be the next map I do the 1 through 20 on. But tell me what you guys think about this. After 5, I'll have 1 through 20 tutorials on all the Black Ops zombies. Right here you see I get Jug. I got enough points to get Jugs, and I think I speed it up again. But after 5, oh, it's actually dogs. It's just showing you guys. I show you guys each dog round and show you how they progressively get harder. Early on, I just shoot them, and then once I get the Bowie knife, I knife them, and you guys will see that later on. But the dogs in this game, compared to World at War, are like simple, so dogs generally don't give me too much of a problem. But what I was saying is, after I get 5 done with my 1 through 20, I will have all the Black Ops maps. I will, I still got the World at War maps to do if you guys want to see that. But I'm thinking about starting this as a series. And once I got 1 through 20 done for each map, I'm going to do a 30 through 40 tutorial. Show you guys how to, what I generally do, 30 through 40, because about mid-30s. 30s is where it starts getting a little bit harder. The guns don't really kill very well and stuff like that, and that's where I start using the traps a little more. But here's where I got enough points to get the Bowie knife, and as soon as I get Jug, man, Bowie knife is my second purchase. I don't go to the box or anything like that, and I pretty much just knife until round 10. I speed through 8 and 9. But I assure you, I knifed every single zombie. You'll see when I come out of it, I got 10,000 points. And I show you how at run 10, the Bowie knife becomes a 10 knife kill on the zombies and 1 knife on the Nova gas crawlers. But what I was saying, I'm going to do a 30 through 40 after the 1 through 20s for each map. The 30 through 40 is just going to be a tutorial on each map of what I do in those higher rounds. There you see I got the Zeus cannon, just throwing that out there. But 30 in the round 30s is when the zombies start getting real tricky. They start coming at their peak speed. The guns don't necessarily kill. So I'm going to do a 30 through 40 tutorial on each map, and then I'm going to do a round 50 tutorial, which just shows you, like 40 through 50. I guess that's what you could say. Yeah, 40 through 50 in the most part. So a 30 through 40 and then a 40 through 50 are the tutorials I'm going to do. I'll do 30 through 40 on each map, and then once I get each map done with the 30 through 40, I will do a 40 through 50. And then by then, you guys should know exactly what I do on each map. And, like I said, it should help you guys out from what I do. I've got to 50 on all the maps. I haven't got it on 5. I've never really tried to do a long run on 5. I got to 33 one day while I had my mom here, my sister, and her nephews, and I was just doing it while I talked to them. Ended up going down 3 times in the final 3 minutes. And that was just not even trying. So I could get to 5 or 50 easily on 5. I could get it easily on Call of the Dead. I just haven't tried yet. But that's what my plans are. Tell me what you guys think about that. I think it sounds like a good idea. It'll help you guys I think it'll help you guys tremendously. I wish that somebody had done that for me, when I first started out in zombies. So least I could do is do that for you guys. But right here, you see I'm trying to knife these guys while I got a big train going on you. If you don't feel comfortable knifing you guys, do not do it. I'm sure you guys won't, and I don't know how many times I got to say that. But if everything I do, I feel comfortable doing. Do what's comfortable for you guys. If you'd like to just pop all their heads right there in one big train, by all means, do that. You're going to get a shit ton of points that way as well. And you see I got rid of the ballistic knife there just because it's a 2-knife kill, and I do start getting those headshots. But most of the things I do is because I've done it enough. I've done it so many times that I'm used to how many times I can get hit. Like, you see me beat George Romero with the sickle on Call of the Dead, and a lot of people have sent me messages like, man, dude, you were getting fucked up by him, and then you jumped away like right before you should go down. And that's just because I know the feel, and I've just played zombies so much, man. I know how many times that it takes to get, to fuck you up. So it's all personal preference. It's feeling, security, whatever you want to call it. If you guys don't feel comfortable, do it. It's just as easy to just get a bunch of headshots that way. But here you can see I got the sickle or the Bowie knife on round 11 dogs, and it's just one hit to the dogs up to like round 15, and then it becomes 2. But then I show you guys what I like to do for the most part every round on dogs, and this goes from round 15 to round 50. I use this method anytime dogs are, coming on dog rounds. They do get a little bit harder and they start coming faster, but for the most part, that turret right there in the middle of the room is the best way that I know of to compete with the dogs. If you got the ray gun, it's just beast itself. I don't like the ray gun on this map because the tight quarters of the theater or the stage right here, you can get caught up in the corners with all the crawlers, but, like I've said in my other tutorials, all this is pretty much self-explanatory. But let me know what you guys think, though, seriously, about the 30 to 40 and the 40 to 50. Obviously, I don't have any of that. I got it all on Ascension because I got my entire 151 recorded, so I could do that pretty easily. But I would have to play Kino and 5 again and Call of the Dead to get to round 50 just to make that. But, I ain't got nothing else to do, so I will do that for you guys if that's what you guys want to see. And stuff like that. Also, a guy has somebody commented on one of my videos on when I killed George Romero with the sickle on Call of the Dead. Somebody said I ought to start a series where I take requests from my subs and kill George Romero with various different guns. If you guys want to see that, I'm definitely up for that. That sounds pretty cool. When I start thinking about the law and the China Lake and stuff like that, it's kind of like, god damn, man, that sounds like that'd be a bitch, especially the crossbow or something like that. But if that's what you guys want to see, I'm definitely there for you guys, and you guys are the main reason I do this. So whatever you guys want, man, that's what I'm doing. If you guys got an idea that I haven't mentioned, tell me what that is too. If you want to see some multiplayer on the new maps, I haven't even played them yet, but tell me, man, I'm there for you guys. But right here, I'll show you guys the way to run a strategy if you do get cut off on the theater. This is what I usually do later on in the rounds. I get away from that stage just because they start coming so fast and stuff like that. That this is usually the train I use later on, like round 40 to 50, and higher in the rounds. I tend to run the entire lap. This is the only two spots I will shoot from. I will turn around and shoot right here to get some headshots. And then I run up to the top of the stairs and then just pop shot a little bit, or a couple times right here. I take that back. I do shoot one more spot. Then I run to this point here. You see that trap there that you could utilize later on the rounds. Get a few shots right here. The most important thing right here on that third part right there where I shot, do not tend to stick around there very long, or they will spawn down here in this room and you'll get caught up in that room or in the stairwell and you'll go down in no time. So there's the loop I run if you get cut off from the stage. I usually run that once I get higher into the rounds anyways, just because the stage gets a little bit cramped and stuff like that. I know there's only 24 zombies to a round at a time, or to the map at a time, but I like the bigger lap and it just makes me feel comfortable. But all personal preference. You could open up through the AK-74U through the alley, run that lap as well. I mean, Kino is pretty easy actually. Ascension is probably the easiest to get far, with Kino being a close second. The stage and the entire lap, like I just ran, I mean, it's not very hard at all. You just gotta, like I said, pay attention to what's coming ahead of you, not necessarily what's behind you. The zombies in Black Ops, in World at War, I think they're the same. The zombies do, even if you're walking while they're like running, except for Call of the Dead, because they got the ones that sprint. But if you're walking, the zombies cannot catch you. Your walking speed is the same as their little run speed, like you see there on those two guys. So they can't catch you. So don't necessarily pay attention to what's behind you. Just keep moving. Don't walk towards any corners or anything like that, and pay attention to what's coming in front of you. If you got the FAMAS like I do in this case, hurry up and get a quick headshot. If you got the ray gun, get them out of the way. That's why you see me right here, I get the thunder gun out. Usually when I'm running my path, or doing my train, getting the train built up behind me, I always have the thunder gun out. And that is just in case I do need an emergency path, or in case I do start to get trapped, I can just hurry up and blow my way out of it, and it's easy and it's over. But definitely do not pay attention to what's behind you. Always stay moving and pay attention to what's coming. I know a lot of this is probably common sense. You guys that are good at zombies, you're probably like, Yodi, dude, I already know, man. But, this is for those guys that are struggling. There's people out there, you got to realize there's people out there that are just now playing zombies for the first time and using YouTube as their, their learning tool or whatever. So, that's why I'm doing that. I'm doing that for those guys that need that help, not necessarily those guys that are just going to talk shit about doing it a different way. But here's the strategy I use, like I said. I crouch right here in the middle of the room and then turn that turret on, and for the most part, you really don't ever even have to shoot at a dog. Later on in the rounds, yeah, you're going to have to, but up until about 30, somewhere around there, it's pretty simple. That turret will do most of the work. You may have to shoot a couple dogs, but not very many, really. But, that's the quickest way I found to do the dogs, and, I'm lazy, so if I can just sit there and let something kill them, I'm definitely going to do that. But I'll speed it up again, then I'll show you guys round 19 and 20, and then that's the end of this 1 through 20 tutorial. I hope I didn't go too fast through it all. I mean, the parts that I sped up is just me doing circles around this stage, getting headshots, just build my points up. What I'm looking for in the box after round 20-ish, and instead of the full moss and stuff like that, is probably on this map, I'll look for a crossbow or something like that and upgrade that just to kind of have like a monkey bomb type deal, to where if I do start to get trapped, I can fire off a like a crossbow bolt to get the attention off of me, something like that. Maybe the ray gun, I don't know. I don't like the ray gun. It creates too many crawlers and it'll screw you on that stage. But you definitely want to get like at one point in time later on, you were wanting to get an MP40 or something off the wall that you can keep going to and buying that cheap ammo just to rack up points. The points are for later on in the rounds, using all the traps to your advantage. At some point in time, it'll come to a point where none of the guns kill the zombies whatsoever. And the only options you're going to have is the Zeus cannon and the traps. And like I said before, I use the Zeus cannon as like an emergency path clearance. Something that's just going to blow the shit out of something if I start to get in trouble. So later on in the rounds, I tend to conserve the ammo on that. Only use it if I have to clear a path, and I tend to focus mainly on using the trap. So at some point in time, which is around 40, I start just point whoring like crazy, just unloading like the MP40, which is the case on this map. I buy the MP40 off the wall, and then I'll just shoot the shit out of my train until I know all 24 are behind me, and then I'll run them through a trap. But in this case, I got the M16 just because it's early on, and it's easy to get headshots with the M16. But here, you can see here, got the thunder gun out, like I said, and that's just for an emergency in case I have to, just to hurry up and blow the shit out of them. But, this video is 15 minutes long. I'm sure I rambled on. I don't even remember what I said. It is 4:50 in the morning. I just looked at my clock. I was asleep on the couch with my little boys. We fell asleep watching like Curious George 2. And I wanted to put this up last night. It got done rendering about 12:30. But I fell asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night sweating my fucking balls off. Because my little boys, like, when they sleep, I mean, they just turn into like little fucking coals. And I was sweating my ass off, so it woke me up, and I was like, oh, damn, I got to do a commentary real quick over that 1 through 20. So it's like 4:50 in the morning. I'm just trying to get this out there for you guys. Sorry if I didn't talk about anything that's making a good point. I really don't know what I talked about, and I usually don't go over and, like, listen to my commentaries because I hate hearing my voice. I think I sound like a fucking dumb ass, like, half-retarded fucking redneck motherfucker. But I don't know. That's just me, but, hopefully it helped you guys. If anything, you guys could have put on your iPod, listen to some music, and just watch what I did instead of listening to me. But if you guys got any ideas and you want to, if you got an idea for a sweet gameplay I could do, if you want to see some multiplayer, and with those 30 to 40 and 40 to 50 tutorials, if you guys want to see that, I'll even go higher to 50. If you guys want me to go through 50 to 60 the next time, 60 to 70. Not necessarily 70 to 80 because that's starting to thinking big. That's thinking big right there. I don't know if I could do that on Call of the Dead or 5 or anything like that. But I'll definitely give it a shot, and if you guys want to see it, I'll definitely strive to do that. It may start getting down to like a 65 to 70 tutorial or something like that. But just let me know, man. Like I said 100 times, you guys are the reason I make these videos. And every day when I, check my sub box, or not my sub box, my message box, and I see all the compliments and through messages, stuff like that. Even if it's a message like Yodi, dude, my highest was like round 7 until until your tutorial. I finally got to round 20. Some people may be like, man, round 20 ain't shit, but you never know, man. That could be like a woman that plays video games. That could be like, it could be anybody, man. And that just makes me feel good knowing that I helped, even if it's just that one person. That makes me feel good. You guys are the reason why I do this. In all honesty, if I had one guy watching me, I would do everything that one guy wanted me to because I enjoy doing it. It's fun. Like I said, you guys are the reasons I do this. I'm not trying to feel like or sound soft or like homo-ish or anything like that. But I mean, I'm being truthfully honest with you guys. I appreciate everything you guys done for me. You may be like, what the hell did I do for you, dude? Just watch my videos, man. I appreciate that so much. And if you like my videos, I appreciate that so much as well, dude. And even if you favorite it, I don't know that you favorite. I don't know why everybody has to favorite. But if you favorite my videos, man, dude, you don't know what it means. Honestly, I don't know what to say. It leaves me speechless that I got so many subs all of a sudden. But that's my 1 through 20 tutorial, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, give me an idea on what to do. And as usual, remember to rate and subscribe. Yodi, signing out.